Hello everyone, this is Professor Vincent Toribongolan. Welcome to Professor's channel, where statistics was made easy for everyone. In today's discussion, we will be going to discuss the independent t-test. Alright, so let's define what is independent sample t-test. The independent sample t-test compares the two means of two independent groups in order to determine whether there is a statistical evidence that the associated population means are significantly different. The independent sample t-test is a parametric test. Alright, the independent sample t-test ay tinatawag ding two-sample t-test. It is a statistical hypothesis used to determine whether there is a significant difference between the means of two independent groups. Okay, so let me explain. It was discussed that when we are going to use independent sample t-test, kinukumpara natin ang average. We are comparing the average. We are comparing the mean of two independent groups. Okay. Two independent groups. Okay. We are comparing the means of two independent groups. For example, academic performance of male and female. Male is different from the group of female, and they are independent of one another. Okay, so we wanted to calculate the average score of male and female. Okay, so yun ang tatandaan ninyo mga kaibigan, no? Independent sample t-test. We're trying to compare the means. We're trying to compare the average of the two groups. The two groups should be independent of one another. Another example, treatment group and control group. They are different group. Okay, one group receive an intervention, while the second group received nothing. So it was just a placebo effect. Okay. Experimental and control group are two different groups. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng independent sample t-test. Okay. So, the same explanation with this. So, I'll just simplify. Now, there are two types of independent sample t-test. Again, mayroon daw dalawang uri ng independent sample t-test o independent t-test. Una, equal variances. Ano daw yung equal variances? Yung proportion, yung spread ng data. For example, test score of a male and test score of female. We want to compute or calculate the spread, the variance of male and female. And if we found out that the variance are equal, then we can use the independent sample t-test for equal variances. Okay. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng equal variances. The most commonly used method for conducting a two-sample equal variances is the two-sample t-test, also known as the equal variance t-test. This test assumes that the variance of the two groups are equal, and calculates a t-statistic and corresponding p-value to determine whether the difference in means is statistically significant. Okay. So, dapat daw, kapag gagamitin natin ang independent t-test equal variances, we need to make sure that the variance are equal or pareho yung kanyang variance. Okay? Second, another option is to use a non-parametric methods. Okay. Kapag yung assumptions ng independent t-test ay na-violate, ibig sabihin, hindi natupad yung mga assumptions na yon. There is a violation. Halimbawa, sa isang pamahalaan, tayo ay nakakommit ng krimen. Ibig sabihin, may violation tayo. The same thing with statistical test. Kapag gagamit tayo ng kahit anong statistical methods, katulad ng independent sample t-test, ay mayroon yan na dapat, mayroong bagay na dapat masunod at tingnan o suriin. May mga requirements. May mga assumptions na tinatawag. Okay, mamaya ay babanggitin ko kung ano-ano ba ang mga assumptions na yon. Kung yung assumptions na yon ay na-violate at pinagpatuloy pa rin natin gamitin yung independent sample t-test for equal variances, bilang isang statistician, madali kong makikita kung reliable ba ang resulta ng calculation. Okay? Gaya nga nung mga estudyante na nagpapa-consult o nagpapaturo sa akin, no? Actually, unang kita ko pa lang dun sa output nila, dun sa results ng kanilang ginawang analysis. Unang table pa lang, nakita ko na, sabi ko sa estudyante, may mali. Okay? Mayroong mali. Makikita ko kaagad yung mali. So, I told them na revise all the calculations na ginawa nila. Kasi, sa umpisa pa lang, kung mali na, automatically, mali na hanggang sa huli. Okay? So, ayun. Kapag hindi nasunod yung assumptions na yon at na-violate, at hindi na kayang gawan ng paraan, okay, gagamit tayo ngayon ng ng statistical test, no? Na counterpart ng test na yun, okay? Mayroong counterpart na test yung independent sample for equal variances. Okay. So, yung independent sample t-test ay parametric test yun. Kapag na-violate yung requirements ng parametric test, gagamit tayo ng non-parametric test. Ang non-parametric test ay tinatawag itong distribution-free methods. Ibig sabihin, walang gaanong assumptions ang non-parametric test. This is mainly used for frequency, comparing, describe, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, kapag hindi uubra, hindi nagawa ng paraan ang independent sample t-test, no, for equal variances, maaari nating gamitin ang Wilcoxon rank sum test. Kung saan ay wala itong requirements, walang assumptions. Dito naman ay kinukumpara ang median naman instead of mean. Median ng dalawang group. Okay. Pero mas powerful pa rin ang parametric test. Kailan ginagamit ang equal variances? Okay, so kapag nag-analyze tayo ng data, tatanungin ninyo yung inyong sarili. Ano ba yung gagamitin ko? Equal variances ba? Or unequal variances? Sabi ko nga, di ba? Sir, meron dalawang uri ng t-test. Ano doon yung gagamitin namin? Ano doon yung dapat na formula para ma-measure namin yung nilagay naming tanong doon sa hypothesis? Okay? Ito yung mga guidelines kung kailan natin dapat gamitin yung equal variances. At kung kailan natin dapat gamitin yung unequal variances. Okay. Ginagamit ang equal variances kung ang sample size ng dalawang grupo ay equal. Pangalawa, yung variance daw ng dalawang grupo are also equal. Paano malalaman kung yung variance ba nila ay equal? Iko-compute daw natin ang Leibniz test for equality of variance. Okay, ginagamit ang Leibniz test for the equality of variance. And syempre, the population distribution is normal or approximately normal. Okay. Paano natin malalaman? Pwede ba nating i-assume na kailan ba nagiging normal ang data? Okay. It is assumed that when your sample is going beyond 30 or more than 30, it is assumed that the population distribution is approximately normal. Ibig sabihin, habang dumadami ang data, it is assumed na magiging normal siya in the long run. Okay? Kaya nga, sinasabi sa mga statistical books, nagiging normal lamang siya. It is approximately normal kung yung sample size ay dumadami. More than 30. Okay. Pero yung more than 30 na yun, guys, ay wag ninyong ipareho sa tinatawag nating sampling. Magkaiba po yun, ha? Magkaiba. Ang sampling o sample respondents, sample participants, doon sa tinatawag nating requirements ng independent sample t-test. Okay. Ito yung formula. Okay, so hindi ko na babanggitin. Ayan. Tignan nyo na lamang. Very easy to understand naman. And later on, I will be going to illustrate and give an example how to calculate the independent sample for equal variances. Okay, let us proceed with the unequal variances naman. Kabaligtaran ng equal variances, yung variance niya ay hindi equal. So, kung sa equal variances, ginagamit doon ay Leibniz test. Diba? Natatandaan nyo, Leibniz test. At saka, Wilcoxon. Dito naman ay Welch t-test. Okay. The test statistics for this t-test is calculated using this modified formula that takes into account the unequal variances. So, okay. Ngayon, may tanong. Kailangan ba nating i-compute yung variance para malaman natin kung equal ba o hindi? Well, it is advisable and should be done. Kaya dapat tinignan natin kung isa tayong analyst talaga, totoong analyst talaga, at masipag tayong mag-compute, we should subject the data. We should subject the data into this kind of check. Okay? Kailangan nating malaman kung yung variances of the two groups of variables are equal or unequal. Okay? So, this is one of the common tests for unequal variances. Okay? So, Welch t-test yung gagamitin. So, another, kung hindi pwede yung Welch t-test, ang pwede natin gamitin ay yung Mann-Whitney U-test. Okay, so kanina, kung yung parametric test ay merong assumption, mayroon ding assumption ang ang unequal variance. At kapag na-violate yung assumptions na yon, actually yung assumptions are the same. Kapag na-violate yung assumptions for unequal variance, gagamitin natin yung Mann-Whitney U-test. Again, Mann-Whitney U-test. Kailan ginagamit ang unequal? Of course, kapag yung variance ay magkaiba. Okay? approximately normal, almost the same. Ito naman ang formula for unequal variance. So again, later on, I will be going to illustrate and demonstrate an example of the two independent sample t-test. Note, in general, kung hindi ka raw sure sa variances ng dalawang groups, ang gamitin mo ay yung unequal variance. Again, kung tinatamad kang mag-compute ng variance ng dalawang grupo, gamitin mo ang unequal variance. Bakit? Because this is more robust to violation of the equal variance assumption. However, kung kakaunti ang iyong sample size at sa tingin mo, yung variances niya ay magkaiba, mas maganda pang gumamit na lang kayo diretso na ng non-parametric test, kagaya ng Mann-Whitney test o kaya ay Wilcoxon rank sum test. Okay, kanina nabanggit ko Mann-Whitney test kapag papalitan mo yung independent sample t-test for unequal variance. Ginagamit ang Wilcoxon rank sum test kapag gagamitin mo yung independent sample equal variances. Kapag na-violate yon, ang pamalit, Wilcoxon rank sum test. Ito yung assumptions na sinasabi ko. Ito yung requirements na sinasabi ko, mga kaibigan. Merong mga assumptions, may mga requirements. Kapag ito ay na-violate, magiging bias and unreliable yung resulta ng inyong output. Okay. Dapat daw ang grupo o ang dalawang grupo ay independent. Gaya ng lagi kong binabanggit. Okay? Group of male and female, experimental and control group are different. Normality. Okay? So the distribution of scores in its group should be approximately normal. So, syempre, paano natin malalaman kung normal yung distribution of scores ng data? Okay, i-visualize natin ito sa pamamagitan ng histogram o kaya ay normal probability plots. Okay, kung madami naman yung sample size, more than 30, the t-test can be used even if the distribution of scores is not exactly normal. Okay, so requirements daw yung normality, pero kung yung respondents daw or sample are more than 30, it is assumed normality. Okay? Kasi habang dumadami ang sample, ay nagiging close to normality. Okay? Nagiging close to normal distribution. Equal variances. Okay? So, ito na yung nabanggit ko kanina. Kailan ginagamit ang independent sample t-test? Actually, konti lang to. Ginagamit ito sa mga clinical trials, sa mga educational research, sa mga marketing research, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for an example of how to use the independent sample t-test, go to the description of this video. Thank you, and have a great day.